Hello everyone, my name is Vinny, welcome back to the channel. For those of you that subscribed last time, absolutely fantastic. I've had such a cool response from it, it's been really exciting. If you haven't watched the first video already, go back and have a look at that one first. It's probably the best thing to do given that this one is more of a series, and so we're going to be deep diving today into the first tip that I gave you, which is to do with hydration. Now first of all, you might be thinking, well, I don't really feel dehydrated through the day, I feel perfectly fine, I don't often feel thirsty. But actually dehydration, even mild dehydration, can impair your mental abilities and your physical abilities throughout the day. That can include anything from your energy, to your mood, to your memory, basically anything can be really affected. Now this is the reason why I put this as the first one. It's the easiest to change and it's the fastest to feel a change for. So it's just basically to prove to you that I have done this before and I know a little bit of what I'm actually talking about, and to actually make you guys see that following the tips that I gave is actually going to really improve your life. After even minor dehydration, you can start to experience some very bad headaches. So perhaps if you're one of those people who experience headaches all the time, this video might really help you. Alcohol has a massive effect on your dehydration. You probably know it as a hangover from waking up the morning after. It's actually very tied into dehydration as well as sugar. The best way to counteract that, I would say, is to drink a glass of water in between each drink. It also stops you getting too drunk and making some terrible mistakes and some terrible decisions. Doing this could help you even wake up without a hangover the morning after, or even if you are hungover, you won't be nearly as bad as if you didn't drink water in between your drinks. Very good hydration can actually help you lose weight faster. There was a study done in 2013 on 50 different women, and all of them had a positive correlation to how much water they were drinking and how much weight they were losing. If you're waking up and you're fatigued and everything, I'm going to help you correct that today. It's not to just jump on caffeine. Caffeine is a diuretic. It makes your body process water and other fluids much faster. If you continue to just drink caffeine throughout the day in the hope that you're going to at some point wake up and be more with it, I guarantee that your problem is probably dehydration. A good indicator for that is your urine color. You'll wake up first thing in the morning, it's very normal that it's very dark, and it's because you've had a water fast. It should be a pale yellow, and if it's very clear, you're probably overdoing it. It's actually normal to go to the loo over 8 times a day, depending on activity levels, depending on the heat outside. There are lots of other factors involved. But if you're going significantly less than that, you probably do have a problem with dehydration. So now you're thinking, how do I make sure that I'm getting the right hydration? If my body doesn't always know and it can't always tell me, and I'm maybe not going to the toilet as regularly as I should be, and I'm not happy with the type of intake that I'm getting. Oh, and I thought I was having enough water because I woke up and I had some in the morning, and then there's water in coffee, etc. I'm going to help you get some at least on track today. So first things first, it's really good to have a big bottle that helps you monitor it. Now I did mention this in the last video. I don't have any affiliation with any like drink suppliers or bottle suppliers, nothing like that, so I don't have anything to gain from you going and getting one. I personally just feel it really helps by having a 2.2 litre bottle, which is the full amount that I should have at least every single day. Looks like this, and you can grab yourselves one as well. Alternatively, if you get one that's smaller, that's perfectly fine too, but just make sure that you're counting how many that you have. For me, this was just easier because it's just one. I just fill it up in the morning, and then if I don't finish all of it, I know I haven't had enough water that day. If you still want some help monitoring it, as with most things, there's an app for that. If you just go on your iOS store, Android store, whatever, Google Play, I guarantee if you check water tracker on there, maybe search up that, it will come up with something. I used to use one, I don't anymore because I have the bottle, but if you don't want to go and get a bottle, there is probably a free app that you can download on whatever OS that you're using. So a really good way to get started is if when you wake up in the morning, you have a glass of water ready to go. Personally, I would say having a pint glass somewhere on your route to the bathroom is a good way to get started. When you wake up in the morning, if you're feeling particularly tired all the time, it is probably lack of hydration. If you then have some water from the get-go, you're not playing catch up for the rest of the day. You've just slept upwards of 6 hours, most likely, on average anyway. You've gone 6 hours without water. Your body is starving for it, and hence why your urine will be very dark in the morning. If you have yourself a pint of water straight away when you wake up, you'll be absolutely fine for the rest of the day. Or you'll at least be in a really good position to get started with bringing all of the water back into your body that you have lost through the night. It's very common to sweat during the night. You do expel quite a lot of water through the day, whether you realise it or not. So another tip or a hack for you, if you like, don't include the water that you take in if you're exercising in the amount that you should have per day. Have a separate count for that. If you are exercising a lot and you're particularly sweaty, you just need to replace what you've used. And so if you are still only having 2 litres throughout the day, when you sweat quite a lot out of your body, you're gonna need extra. So just don't include it at all. Keep your main bottle completely separate, and then have maybe a separate bottle for when you're working out. If you are like me and you're trying to lose a bit of weight, lose a bit of fat, try having a glass of water 15-20 minutes before your meal. That will help you feel more full through the day. Generally then you'll be able to have smaller portions, and it should help you feel as if you're more satiated with what you're trying to eat. Final thing is to keep an eye on your caffeine intake. If you have a lot of caffeine through the day, if you find that you are still drinking coffee into the afternoon, try and curb that a bit, because personally I have 2 caffeinated drinks a day, and I don't drink any more caffeine after 12 o'clock. This can affect my sleep, and it continues to work on removing the water from my body. It's really good to go to bed as hydrated as possible. Obviously, if you're not hydrated when you go to sleep, you're going to be even worse when you wake up in the morning. It's usually I find that's the place that people struggle with most. A lot of people say that they're very, very tired in the morning and they're struggling to get going. A lot of that can be down to your water intake. And that's it for today. So if you've come across my video from YouTube, if you've just been searching up water hacks and things like that, please consider liking and subscribing. If you have found any value in my video, please do like or leave a comment if there's something else that you want to know, or if there's something that you'd like me to do in the future. That would be really great. Please consider subscribing if you like this video, and if you want more videos like this one. And yeah, thank you so much for the support on the first video. It's really been a really cool experience, and I'm enjoying making these videos. I'm going to continue doing so in the future. Obviously this one is part of a series. If you haven't seen my first video already, go back and have a look at that one, and to just have a good idea of what's coming up. I don't know if I'm just going to do them all back to back or not. If there's something in particular that is within that video that you want to see first, please let me know in the comments below. And yeah, thank you so much guys, and I'll speak to you again soon.